What's up guys, Brocam here, and I'm going to do a little different format for this unboxing. I'm going to try this out for a kind of a small item thing, see if I like this. So I reached out to the people over at Spooltenna, and they graciously sent me a unit over for review. I had to send this back, but they also sent me one of their feed lines with a built-in choke. And they've also given me, I said like, hey, I've heard a lot of great things about you guys. I'm sure I'm going to like this. What is something that I can give my viewers? And they graciously provided me a code for free shipping for the US. So that code, stick around to the end and I will shout that out. There's going to be a link down in the description to where you can go and find this. So without further ado, let's go ahead and cut into this. And apparently I need to sharpen my knife. Okay, let's go ahead and close that. So first thing out of the bag is their 25 feet RG 316 with 5 ferrites, BNC male to BNC male. Look at how small these ferrites are. I love that. When I saw there was 5 ferrites, I was thinking big chunky ones, so I'm excited to try this out. And also in here is the Spooltenna box. Now that is something, let me go ahead and just see if there's anything on this. Nope. Just a little note saying thank you for taking a look. One thing I will say, first off, I should say this is a scratch and dent model. That is one thing I always look into when I'm looking for a new piece of equipment. Instead of going straight to the new page and buy it, look around somebody's site to see if they have a scratch and dent or something. I don't know if they offer that for their Spooltennas, but that is something I look at a lot. It's usually called blemished or scratch and dent or something like that. Or new old stock is sometimes cheaper too. So anyways, let's go ahead and open this up. This is the 40/10 end-fed halfway Spooltenna. And I gotta say, all the pictures online, I thought this was going to be like almost a dinner plate size, about this big. This thing is actually really small. I'm impressed with how small this is. Okay, I will say it is definitely packaged well. All right, and now the other fun thing to do with scratch and dents is, can you find what the blemish is? So I'll kind of look around to see if I can, real quick, to see if I can find that. This has nice weight. It has a little carabiner here, so you can hold up the matching unit built in here. Let's see. I'm not seeing anything. Oh, maybe this is the scratch and dent. I don't know. Usually, you have a hard time finding out what it is, and I really don't know what. Maybe this little spot right here might be the scratch and dent, but I don't know. All right, so they I think they include these banjo ties on all of them to keep it wound up. I don't want to unroll this all the way, just because I'm in my dining room / kitchen, but I'll do a little bit just to show kind of what they have here. So we have our wire going up to a piece of paracord, and so I think we got some good strain relief here. And okay, yeah, so there's a piece back here, so it looks like there's a bit of a fold back, maybe 2 feet fold back. And yeah, I want to see, does this turn? I don't know. Maybe I should read the instructions before I break it. That would be embarrassing, wouldn't it? Let me go ahead and banjo tie this up real quick, and let's take a peek at the instructions that come with it. So you see, or actually let's take a quick tour of the unit real quick. This is number 354. Your B and C port is right here. Looks like there's an optional counterpoise lug here. And then I believe what happens is when you unroll all of this, there's actually a plug on the other side that plugs into this. Like I don't think the wire is not attached to the spool. I don't think, I'll verify in the instructions, but yeah. So this looks very nice. It feels nice. I was a little skeptical about how it would feel with, I believe this is PCB material. It actually feels really nice. I know sometimes when you handle the PCB material, you get kind of like a fiberglass feeling in your fingers. No, this feels really nice. All right, so let's go ahead. I'm gonna go over the instructions real quick and we will see if there's anything else to note. So also in the box we have, looks like we got 2 pieces of paper. We have a quick start guide with nice big pictures. I love that. I am a visual person, so I definitely need that. Very simply put, remove the bongo tie, connect the Spooltenna to a telescoping mast, insert a pin or screwdriver to act as an axle. I'm reading this upside down really well. I'm impressed with myself. And walk to your operating location. Connect the banana plug loop. I say that, now I'm fumbling over my words. Connect the banana plug loop and strain relief paracord around the carabiner and attach to a tree or a post. Okay. And then raise the mast around 25 feet. Okay. Oh, so you take... Okay. So this paracord here on the end, this is what attaches. I thought it was telling me to attach this to the mast. No, we're going to attach this end of the wire. Okay. Because I was thinking it's kind of an inverted sloper. And then, yep, put the Spooltenna up around 6 feet, and that's actually just good practice, just so you don't kind of walk into it. Connect to the radio, connect to the Spooltenna. So that is the quick start guide. Very simple. Oh, there's another piece of paper in here too, actually. What do we got here? Field test results. Oh, I love this. Do they do this for every single one? Field test results, serial number 354. So they actually give you an SWR sweep of your results. So version 1.3, this was tested on May 10th of last year. Install option A, which I believe is what we just looked at there. I'll verify in here. Antenna height 25 feet, radiating element height 6 feet. Less than SWR, 1.5 SWR on all bands, yes. And then they actually show the sweep here. So I'll see if I can take a scan of this and put it in. But this up here is 4. That's obviously 1. It looks like a linear scale, so they're not doing anything funny there. And each green section is the hand bands, right? Yes. Each green section, each green vertical line is the hand bands, and then that's your sweep. And they're all pretty darn low, which this is actually a great visualization. If you didn't know how an end-fed half-wave is multi-banded, it's because it resonates on these harmonics. So each time it resonates on this is a harmonic of, each dip is a harmonic, basically. And so, I don't know if it was intentional or not, but basically 10, 20, what is it, 10, 15, 20, and 40, and maybe 80 are all kind of harmonics of each other, I believe. I could be wrong there. I'm only an amateur extra. Why would I know that, right? All right, so then, lastly, we've got this owner's manual. And there is a lot of words here. Oh, goodness, there's even more words on the back. How many pages is this? 1, 2, 3, front and back. Okay. I'm going to pause and read this real quick, and I will let you know how it is. These instructions are really great. I like that they include the circuit diagram. I mean, it's a very simple circuit. It's basically just, you know, feed line to a transformer with a capacitor across, and then, you know, out to the radiating element. The official specs in here are what I said before, 40, 20, 15, and 10 is what they claim to be resonant at. Power, they're saying, is 100 watts single sideband and 50 watts CW and digital. Personally, looking at what's in here, I believe it will handle much more because, I don't know, it's going to be hard to see in there because I don't have a flashlight on me. But the wire around the core is fairly thick, and the core also looks fairly thick. So I don't know. I think it would handle a lot more, but I don't want to break this because I got to send this back. So I won't push it. The wire on here is a tinned copper wire. It is around 60 feet, 20 gauge, and that foldback that I saw is for additional user tuning if you want. Let's see what else was of note in here that I thought was. There was a couple of things I saw that was really cool. Oh, open source design. You can actually go find design files over at their GitHub. It's Kilo Oscar 4 Hotel Uniform India dash Spooltenna. If you look that up with just GitHub and any your search engine of choice, it'll probably pop up towards the top. Let's see. Yep, they just go in, they explain here that your expected SWR performance, which kind of mirrors what they got in your field test results here, and they also talk about so how this says test configuration was install option A. They go into here and say the setup instructions. So option A is where they actually have the spool itself in the air, 25-ish feet, and then the end of the wire down towards the ground. And then option B would, what I would say is how I usually run, with the matching unit closest to the radio and then the wire up here. So, but maybe I'll try it both ways. We'll see. And then just more instructions, just more written out rather than the graphical instructions of how to set this up. So overall, very good instructions, I would say. And I think that's worth something, because there's been a few products I've gotten that just don't have instructions at all. So I'm actually really excited to try these out. This is, I don't know if they sell this in a kit form, but this is nice just to get this pre-built and sent straight to you. It's already tuned for SWR. They give you some options to tune more if you want with that extra length of wire that they've given you. And then they also make it even easier by offering a feed line with your built-in chokes, so you don't even have to worry about forgetting that. So you just pair these together and you're good to go. You're good to go POTA. All you need is a radio and a battery at that point. Like I said at the beginning of this video, stick around for a code to get some free shipping if you were interested in getting a Spooltenna. That code, if you could have guessed it, is BROKEHAM. All lowercase, BROKEHAM. Bravo, Romeo, Oscar, Kilo, Echo, Hotel, Alpha, Mike. And as I said, there's a link in the description to go check out their store if you want. I'm going to field test this and give more in-depth thoughts once I actually get to use this and put it on the air. So until then, I got more stuff down in the description. I got my socials and some other great affiliate links down there, and other products I like. So that's all the time I have for today. This has been the BroKam saying 73.